2024 was a fun year for Magic. We got a new core set, a straight to modern set, and visited many planes. We went to Ravnica, Thunder Junction, Ravnica, Bloomburrow, Duskmourn, and Ravnica. Oh, and Universes Beyond. Well, in today's video, I am ranking all 10 sets from this year. There's really no criteria for ranking the sets other than my personal experience and the overall vibe I got from the set. So how would you rank the sets from 2024? Let me know down in the comments. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Also, since we're wrapping this year up, go ahead and let me know what your favorite Magic memory from this year was. So here they are, in a very particular order decided solely by me, the Magic sets of 2024. So what exactly were the 10 sets that were released this year? Well, here they all are, ordered by date of release. So I'm going to rank these 10 sets just based, like I said, on the personal vibes that I kind of got from the set and my overall experience playing the set and collecting the set. So we're going to start with number 10, and that is Ravnica Remastered. For reference, I really don't enjoy the remastered sets personally. I think they have a good place in the game because it does get newer players access to older cards that may kind of be expensive. But I just really have no interest in the remastered sets, the all reprint sets, because I mean I have pretty much all the cards already, so that there's really no interest for me in those sets. So if you're unfamiliar with reprint sets, they are sets that combine cards from all of the sets that take place on that single plane. So in this case, Ravnica. So this reprint set is going to have cards from the original Ravnica, Return to Ravnica, and the Ravnica Allegiance blocks of cards. So Ravnica is a plane that, most everybody in Magic enjoys. I enjoy the plane, but it's just the fact that this is a reprint set that it just really had no interest for me. So I opened maybe 10 packs, just cards that I had got as prize packs, or I got a few packs from MagicCon in Vegas this year, and I've opened those, and they just don't really do anything for me. So that's why such a low rank on this set. There are some good, there's some good cards in here. So Wizards, they like to ride that Shockland train, almost sometimes to the detriment of the set itself. But so you've got your Shocklands, you've got all your creatures that come from the plane of Ravnica. But honestly, this set, like I said, it just doesn't do anything for me. I think it would be fun to kind of draft or do like a Rochester draft where you take the entire set and draft the entire set. So you're kind of drafting the three blocks from Ravnica. I think that would be kind of fun to do, but other than that, this set really didn't do anything for me. So that's why I've got the low score on this set. Number 9 is going to be Assassin's Creed. This was just a really awkward set. It had the small packs, which nobody likes. I think there were 7 card boosters. They tried this with March of the Machines Aftermath, and that failed miserably. And I think just set maybe a lot of people off on this set. I played Assassin's Creed before, but the IP just really doesn't do anything for me. And you couldn't really play with, limited with this set. It was only 100 cards, 7 cards per pack. So it was just a really awkward, format if you wanted to try to draft it or do some sort of sealed, or you would have to really get creative with the format that you're going to play this with. The only thing, that I did like about this set was the panoramic lands. I always love the panoramic lands. So the lands that they make a giant picture when you put them together. I thought that was really cool, but other than that, this set really just didn't do anything for me. So that's why it's at number 9. So we've got a tie for number 8 and number 7, and they kind of go along with each other because they're kind of the same set. So the number 8 and 7 are Murders at Karlov Manor and the clue set that goes with Murders at Karlov Manor. Everything about this set was really fun, except for the cards themselves. They had the awesome mystery setup leading up to this set, and even after the set came out, they had little clues in all the packaging. The spin down die that came with the bundle was used in a certain like piece of paper in the bundle to solve a clue. There was this awesome mystery that went along with it. There was games that they had every day where you got a prize on Arena. That was so cool. But once you opened the cards and started playing the set, it just felt to me like very, very underpowered. The cards just like, I felt like every time I played a card, it just was there and not really doing anything for me. There was no power to it. So that's part of the reason I'm kind of ranking this so low. But there's like other little things with this set. Like the name was confusing. Murders at Karlov Manor. Like I don't know how many times I've called this Murders at Markov Manor. And it's the pre-release. In the pre-release kits, they had commander cards that you couldn't play in the pre-release. They had to like make an announcement. Hey, there's cards in here that you can't play. That's probably one of the like biggest gripes I have against Wizards right now, is when they put cards in packs that you can't play in certain formats. In standard packs, you can't play, like special guests are not standard legal. And that just really rubs me the wrong way. And I was really rubbed the wrong way during the pre-release when they had these cards in here that I couldn't play. They had alternate frames for these cards too. There was the magnifying glass frame, which wasn't bad. It was okay. I kind of liked it. But they had this dossier frame that just looked really terrible. They were all white, like they were a piece of paper with typewriter writing on them. They were, in my opinion, so ugly. I couldn't get past it. But one of the things that they did with the cards that I really did like, that I thought was cool, was the invisible ink. I thought that was really awesome. I'd like to see, more of that type of thing, especially with the, they had some cards that were used in the clues for the games that had, like different colored objects on them depending on what version of the card you got. I thought that was really cool. They kind of went with the murder mystery type thing that they were trying to do. And then they had this Clue set, which I think it's the 75th anniversary of Clue, so I think that was their excuse to use this to, tie in with Murders at Karlov Manor. And they get points for creativity, I guess, for this, tying it together. But it was just like, why are we getting this? In a set like this, it's kind of cool that you can just buy the box and have all the cards, just complete set right there in the box. Well, that would be nice, but that wasn't the case with this set either. They had cards in there that weren't available anywhere else. They were in this box, but not all the cards are in the box. This box cost $65, I think. And so you would have to buy multiple boxes just to try to collect all these cards. And that's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to actually put the Clue set at number 8 and the Murders at Karlov Manor number 7. So that brings us to number 6. And I feel like my opinion on this set is going to be, there's a lot of controversy here with my opinion on this set, but number 6 is Bloomburrow. I love the story. I love the art. The little characters were good. The set seemed to bring in a lot of new players, which I think was really great. It was just the power level with all these cards, kind of like Karlov Manor, was just very underwhelming. There's like a handful of cards that are really powerful and standard, but the rest of the cards just like they felt really weak and underpowered. I didn't think the limited play environment was very fun. I did some drafts and some sealed on Arena. I did a sealed pre-release in person. I just didn't think it was a very fun environment to play, and also like opening the packs just wasn't exciting. Like there was there just wasn't those cards there that like you were like, oh, I opened X card, that it just wasn't there. There was one card that was there that seemed fun, and that was the Animal Planeswalkers. I did like that, especially this guy, Karn. Probably one of the best arts like this year. I remember when this art was first released and seeing all the like people posting online, and I was like, oh my god, is this like nobody knew if it was real or not, and it was real, and it was super fun. But just the like power level of the set and the not fun opening packs, the not fun limited environment, I think just that's why I put this at a 6. Moving on to number 5 And these top 5 were really hard for me to put in any order because there was sets that I felt were very evenly matched. So like 4 and 5 are very close and could really be interchanged. So the next set at number 5 is Fallout. And I think this set is really good. The commander decks I thought were really good. They were very evenly matched. If one of those decks was left unchecked, it would just kind of run away with the whole game. And any one of those decks were capable of winning really at any time. The mechanics were super fun. The rad counters I thought was interesting. With the Mothman. The flavor for the set, I think they really nailed it. It was perfect timing, coming out around the same time as the TV show. So you got those two kind of intertwined. So the flavor on this set, I think they really nailed it. They absolutely nailed the flavor on this set. The only really gripe I have about this set was, unlike the Doctor Who set, where if you bought all 4 commander decks, you had the entirety of the Doctor Who set. They did have collector boosters that you could buy in addition to the commander decks, but the collector boosters didn't have new cards in them. They just had new skins for the cards, new art and new different frames. You could get serialized cards. I really love that about the Doctor Who set, where you bought the 4 decks and you had the entire set. With this Fallout set, even though you bought the 4 commander decks, you still did not have all the cards. You had to buy collector's boosters in order to get the rest of the cards in the set, which I didn't enjoy because I don't enjoy collector's boosters. And I don't want to sit around and chase these cards that aren't in the set. So I would rather have just one whole entire set, be able to, if they're doing these Universes Beyond commander sets, just make it so that if you buy the 4 commander decks, or however many commander decks there are, you get all the cards. So you don't have to chase these other cards that aren't in the commander decks themselves. So number 4 is Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So a lot of people didn't like this set because it was just, whatever random legendary that they slapped a cowboy hat on, which I kind of agree. There was a ton of legendaries in this set. We didn't know why they all came here and decided to settle and fit in, wear cowboy hats and fit in with the whole Thunder Junction. It was just awkward. But I did like the Outlaws theme. All of the mechanics in this set were great. We had spree, we had crimes, we had plot, we had mount. I loved all those mechanics. All those mechanics are wonderful. I can't remember the last set that had a set of mechanics where all the mechanics in that set were just great. And this set is that. All the mechanics are wonderful. The thing about this set that was probably the worst and the best are the 2 bonus sheets. Okay, so it was really weird and made for a weird play environment having these 2 bonus sheets, the big score and the breaking news bonus sheets. So you got really weird limited play environments where you just had some of these overpowered cards, and it was just very much just luck rather than skill, putting a deck together, because you could just get blown out by one card that somebody just happened to open. I know that's true for a lot of limited formats, but it was especially prevalent in this set because of how many different bombs and rares and mythics that you could open in one pack, which brings me to the next point where this set was so fun to open because you were getting all those cards in one pack. It was just super fun to open Thunder Junction packs because every pack, you were going to get something good in it. It was just fun to open. It had a very, very fun limited play environment. Besides the cards that you could get blown out by, if you didn't run into those, it was very, very, very fun to play. I love the full art lands from this set. They are so great. They're probably actually all of the lands this year, all the full art lands this year were just absolutely great. The lands in this set are probably my favorite, maybe tied with Duskmourn. But I really love these lands, the landscapes with the like negative space that makes the mana symbols. I really love that. So, and also we got Fibblethip wearing a cowboy hat. So anytime we get Fibblethip, I'm happy. But also I guess we got loot too. So, oh well. All right, moving on to number 3 is going to be Duskmourn. Duskmourn had a great story. It was a great plane. It was a fun, limited environment. The playing with the enchantment theme, the rooms, unlocking the rooms was fun. The mechanics weren't like confusing. Going back to Karlov Manor with a lot of the mechanics were confusing. We got kind of the similar mechanic here in Duskmourn with the Manifest Dread, which was kind of the disguise mechanic from Karlov Manor, but I think the Manifest Dread is a better mechanic than the disguise mechanic. So the drafts and sealed playing with those were super fun. I didn't feel like I was getting blown out by certain cards. The Overlords were really good. The had great art on them, on all the cards. I didn't think I was worried whenever they talked about this set about the horror tropes. Like, if you go back to original Eldraine, like those fairy tale tropes I thought were just way overdone. And I thought it was a good balance between the like nightmare horror tropes in this set and not being too campy or overdone. So I think they found that good balance there. A lot of people were bothered by the like TVs and sneakers in this set and the like Ghostbuster equipment. That did not bother me at all. It fit in really well with the plane itself. So I thought it was really great the way they did it. And also like probably my favorite card flavor wise from this year came from this set. That was the Haunted Screen. The Haunted Screen is definitely my favorite card flavor wise this year. It's just so perfect. And even the fact that it's a TV didn't bother me in this set. We got the Fractured Foils. Those are like absolutely beautiful foils. I don't normally go for the like alt art, the collector booster foil cards, but these are just absolutely gorgeous. I did like how they went back to kind of like the Murders at Karlov Manor, where they had the cards that had slightly different things going on in the art, where they had some of the card arts had monsters in them that were kind of hiding. And then the other version of the card, you didn't have that monster. I can't remember what they called those frames, but I thought that was really cool. And finally, we had the Nightmare Bundle from this set. And the Nightmare Bundles are my favorite product that I've opened all year. From the packaging to everything that we got inside of the Nightmare Bundle, it was my favorite thing. I love bundles to begin with, and this was just kind of like the icing on top of the cake with everything that came with it. Really, my only complaint with the Nightmare Bundle was it didn't have a box to hold all the cards in it. It was just one self-contained little thing, but everything that came in it was absolutely perfect. The packaging was perfect. Hands down my favorite product to open this year. So that was number 3, Duskmourn. I really hope that we go back to this plane at some point. We are getting some of the characters from Duskmourn in Aetherdrift next year, but I do hope we visit this plane at some point. All right, down to the final 2, and I've kind of went back and forth for like a couple weeks on this one, trying to weigh one over the other, and it came down to one deciding factor between these two, which I'll get to in a minute. But number 3 is Modern Horizons 3. And this set was like probably the most fun I've had playing limited in a long time, for sure this year. It had one of the most fun limited environments. You got me with Eldrazi. I love Eldrazi. So this set was kind of tailored for me. We got a new Emrakul, we got a new Kozilek, we got a new Ulamog, we got a combination of Ulamog and Kozilek in my, favorite commanders, Ulalek. So I can't say enough good things about this set. Clearly, it had a lot of power because there's a lot of cards that already are banned from it. It really shook up the Modern environment, which I don't really play Modern, but I'm kind of considering it with all these, new cards. It's kind of a new format with the recent unbannings that we got. It really shakes up the format, and I might kind of dip my toes into Modern a little bit coming up in 2025. So really, I don't have a whole lot of notes about this set. I loved really everything about it. The only reason that this didn't score number one for me, this was the tiebreaker between number one and number two, and that was the price. With these Modern Horizons sets, the Masters sets, the remastered sets, I don't like the premium price on them. There's no reason for it at all. It's the same cardboard. It doesn't cost any more to print these cards than it does to print any other set. So that's the only, like I said, that was the tiebreaker between first and second. Modern Horizons 3 loses out because of the price. We had the Commander sets that were $600 for 4 decks, the all foil Commander decks it was really overpriced in my opinion. So that, like I said, that was the tiebreaker between first and second. And so that brings us to number one, which is Foundations. This Foundations had one of the most fun limited environments right there with Modern Horizons 3. Foundations, I probably did in one weekend like 12 sealed events. It was so fun mixing old cards with new. We brought back Llanowar Elves. We got Doubling Season. We've got new versions of Coma. We've got new cards like the Twin Flame Tyrant. This is just a perfect set. It's a set that brings you back to Magic. It's Magic. This set is Magic. The mana foils in this set are absolutely insane. The alt art for some of the legends, the ones I'm looking forward to trying to get are Giada and Lathril. The fractured foils again with the Japanese alt anime art for like Llanowar Elves are great. I love how there's so many creature-based archetypes. You don't see that a whole lot, which I think adds to, or kind of makes the limited environment a little more fun. You don't see these control decks, the decks that like to sit there and just do things. You do have some infinite combos, which I think is kind of fun that they put a couple of those in this set, just to kind of discover what you can do. It's got something for everyone. You get that nostalgia hit with these older cards. You've got the new cards for the newer players. You've got the beginner set. You've got the Jumpstart, which is really great for this set. The packaging for this set, like, I really have no notes on this set whatsoever, besides the fact that we're only gonna get one every 5 years. I want one of these sets every year. This is Magic. Man, this is a great set, and if you're looking for a product to buy and play with, this is it. Foundations is it. It's got that better price point than Modern Horizons. Otherwise, I would be telling you to go buy Modern Horizons and play it, but Foundations is it. Foundations is my number one pick for 2024. And it's, like I said, it's just Magic. I'm sure you'll have a different opinion than me on how these sets should be ranked. So go ahead and leave those down in the comments and let me know what you thought of some of the sets, what your experience was with some of these sets. Like I said, this is just based on my personal experience, the overall vibe I got from the set, and how it kind of resonated with me. So that's going to do it for the sets from 2024. Don't forget to like, shower, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.